The hate for real is real. Okay, that was corny, but in this video, I'm going to answer the questions on why agents hate real. I'm going to give you the uncomfortable truth about commissions, control, and leverage. Listen, guys, this isn't hype. This is why real is making so many agents uncomfortable. I'm Khalid Aleem, and I'm the team lead for the Boss Network powered by Real Broker. And listen, guys, I've been with every brokerage model. I've been with a traditional brokerage with Keller Williams and Remax and Compass. I've also been with 100% commission brokerage in Realty One. I've also been with the biggest cloud brokerage, EXP. And guess what, guys? I was with them twice. Yes, I was with them. I left and then I came back and joined the biggest group or biggest syndicate at EXP. And guess what? I left and I came to Real. So I think that I can speak about this subject matter with a little bit of expertise. So, again, guys, in this video, I'm going to answer 8 straight to the point questions that will tell you everything that you need to know about Real Broker. All right, guys, let's get into number 1, which is probably the most important. But what's the real commission structure? Okay. Real uses a simple, transparent model. No desk fees, no franchise fees, no monthly fees. Listen, you can calculate your net income in under 2 minutes. Nothing is buried. Now, I do want to tell you from the start that Real only has a $12,000 annual cap. That's it. You pay Real $12,000 and you keep 100% of your commission after that, minus a small transaction fee. That means predictable income and no surprises when you close a deal. Now, if we want to talk numbers, what's the commission split, Khalid? The commission split is 85-15, okay? And that's before you cap. After you cap, you keep 100% of your commissions minus the post cap fee per transaction, which is a minor, small $285 per transaction. As I mentioned before, your annual cap is $12,000. So once you pay $12,000 to Real, after that, you're at 100% minus the $285 per transaction. So, what are the additional fees? Each transaction, you get charged $40 per transaction. That's for compliance. Also, there's an annual brokerage fee of $750. Now, listen, Real is not a charity, okay? Real is not a charity, but here's the thing. That's $750. They don't just take it from you. They charge you that for your first 3 closings, okay? Your first 3 closings, because their model is that if you're not doing business, they don't want to take money from you, okay? So that's why Real, that annual brokerage fee that you get charged, it gets taken, 250 gets taken out of your first 3 closings. There is a one-time charge for sign up for $249. Again, you sign up, you pay that one time, and that's it. But guess what? There is no monthly fee, there is no office fee, there is no franchise fee. So every month, even if you're not doing business, you're not getting charged that desk fee or that company fee or you're not getting charged that technology fee. Question number 2, what tools are included versus costing extra? What Real did, which was so genius, is they went to build most of their technology in-house. What does that do? That cuts down on tool stacking and saves you money. So you're not paying 5 or 6 different subscription fees. No, with Real, one platform does it. Now, Real's main hub or dashboard or mothership, if you want, is Rezan. In Rezan, guys, you can do everything from transaction management to compliance traction to direct broker chat, all in one place. I can't tell you enough about this Rezan technology. Everything that you want to do is in one place. Included in that, we have Real Signature, which is like DocuSign, but it's in Rezan. We also have the Real app. Listen, guys, when I tell you that you can run your entire business through a phone app, you can run your entire business through your phone. That includes uploading documents, that includes chatting with your broker, that includes everything. You don't need a desktop with this Real app. I've never seen anything like it. Also, what you have is you have Work Vivo. Work Vivo is like Facebook, but for all real agents. This is a way for you to stay connected with all of the agents because Real is one company. So if you want to connect with other agents on the East Coast or the West Coast or in the North or in the South, you can do that all through Work Vivo. Within Rezan, Real also has Real Academy. I cannot say enough about Real Academy, but here it is summed up. Every topic in real estate that you can think of is in the Real Academy. And what makes Real Academy so special is you're not getting one off classes, you're getting actual courses going from A to Z in every real estate subject that you can think of. You have live and recorded trainings, and guess what, guys? They're on demand. So it's up to you when you want to take that particular class. So you pick the subject and you pick the time. You couldn't ask for a better training system. And last but not least, we have Leo AI. I don't know of another brokerage that has an AI companion co-pilot within their technology for you. Guys, Real has a AI broker, literally an AI broker. You can ask any question that you ask the broker, you can ask this AI broker. For example, let's just say that you had a renter and a renter had a cashier's check and the cashier's check was made out incorrectly at the bank. And you were sitting in front of the tenant and they gave you this check and they said, hey, well, I just crossed out the wrong name that the bank put, and I put Real Broker on there. You can ask the broker, AI Leo, hey, can I still use this check with somebody crossing the name out and putting Real Broker? Then the AI will tell you, no, you can't use that. You got to have them take it back to the bank, get it made out to Real Broker, and then send it after that. Any question that you have, any question that you have for your broker, you can ask the AI. And if you're not confident about that, then you can go to your Real Broker and ask them whatever question that you have. Okay. Now, as far as CRMs, Real does not force you to pick this CRM or that CRM, but we do have a special purchase agreement with Lofty. Lofty usually costs $500 a month, but Real Agents is only $40. I use Lofty. I've used all types of CRMs out there. With all the brokerages that I've been with, I've probably used them all. And I would say by far, Lofty is the best. So now question number 3. How does training actually work? And I kind of touched on this before, but training is agent led, not corporate theory. Okay. This is a critical difference. You're learning from people who are actively selling, actively closing deals, actively solving problems today, not a retired broker or office manager who is up there reading some outdated slides. No, these are actually people, the ones who teach those online courses that are on demand in Real Academy. They are elite agents. Okay. They are elite agents, meaning that they hit a certain threshold that allows them to teach in our platform. So the content is separated by specialty. Okay. What's your specialty? So you're not just sitting through irrelevant material. And you guys, I'm sure you notice who are with these traditional brokers, they have certain classes maybe every week, but you can be sitting there with something that you already know. You guys know that you can drive a half an hour or 45 minutes for the training, and it's on something that's outdated or something that you already know, or maybe the teacher isn't teaching it, or the broker isn't teaching it in a way that you like. Okay, no, with Real Academy, the content is separated by specialty, so you're not just sitting through irrelevant material. So for example, new agents get onboarding, team leaders get scaling strategies, listing agents get marketing techniques. Okay. So if you want to know the numbers, we have 30 plus live trainings every week. 30 plus. So you choose the session that fits your schedule and expertise level. And you can watch it on your desktop or you can watch it on your phone also. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of on demand replays. So you have access, and only you have access to these archived contents whenever you need it. And again, 100%, guys, 100% of these classes are taught by active producing agents. Okay, so you learn from agents that are actually still in the field. It's just not theory from a textbook. So if you're a new agent, there are classes about foundation building, about getting your first deal, about compliance basis. If you're a team leader, there are classes about recruiting, about systems, about management, about scaling strategies. If you're a listing specialist, there are classes about marketing, pricing, staging, and seller psychology. And if you're somebody that wants to get better in AI, there is a plethora of classes on AI tools, automation, and social media. Guys, in Real Academy, whatever you need, it's in there. Let's move on. The fourth question is, how much broker support do you actually get? This is something that's very special to me because a couple of the brokerages that I left because the broker support was bad. Okay. So the support at Real is layered and it's fast. It's not just one single overwhelmed office manager that you're trying to hunt down that you can't find, or it's 9 o'clock at night and you got a fire and you're trying to call the broker or your team manager or somebody and you can't get a hold of somebody. True story. One of the brokerages, and I won't say what their name was, but I left because every time I had an issue and I would reach out to the team lead, he would call me back the next day. So you're calling me back the next day, and you guys know, being in this industry, by that time the fire's out, and I couldn't keep going or moving on like that. So the support at Real, again, is layered. So first you have your regional broker. So you can always reach out to your regional broker. Okay. Each state has one, two, three different brokers that you can reach out to. Also in Rezan, you have in transaction chat. So within Rezan, you have a checklist of the different forms that you need. And what you can do is you can chat with your broker, you can chat with the transaction team about your transaction within the transaction chat in Rezan. There's also a centralized team. What that means is that you have questions that are for your broker. But then you have questions outside of your broker. There's a centralized team, a support team that would be able to answer your questions or research situations that you have, problems that you have, and you can email them or you can call them. What I mean, for example, let's just say that your name is spelled wrong. Say your name is spelled wrong in the Rezan system for whatever reason. Maybe you wrote it down wrong. Okay. That's not really a broker issue, but it's something that needs to be fixed. You can either email the support team or you can call the support team and you can get somebody on the line and say, hey, my name is wrong in the system, and they'll tell you how to fix it. So anything outside of a broker question, there's a dedicated team, y'all, a dedicated team that you can either email, you can chat with, Or you can call and get somebody on the phone and say, hey, I need this. And they will get right to it. And as I explained before, nobody else has this. Leo, the AI companion, he will answer any question, okay? Whether that's on the support side or whether that's on the broker side. And guess what? Yeah, the AI doesn't know everything. So if there is something that the AI doesn't know, it will tell you that it doesn't know. But the questions that the AI doesn't know is far and few in between. And if they can't answer that, they will escalate you to a human. So here's a reality check, y'all. Support is built into the deal itself at Real. You're not waiting on hold or leaving voicemails. You get answers when you need it. Let's go to question number 5. Question number 5 is, can you build a team or brand your own way? Okay. Real is an agent brand first, not a brokerage brand first. This is super important. This is super important. There are a lot of brokerages out there where it's the brokerage first. It's the brokerage first. Okay. No, with Real, it's the agent first. And this is a fundamental psychological difference. It's your logo, it's your system, it's your funnel, it's your database, it's your rules. You run ads under your own brand. You can hire a virtual assistant in the US or overseas. You can build one team, you can build multiple teams, okay? You don't have to, you do it your way. It's like Burger King, right? You do it your way. So it's your brand. So you run all of your marketing under your own brand, your own logo. There is no forced brokerage branding. Your team. You can build one team, you can build multiple teams, you can build mega teams, okay, with complete autonomy. Okay. Also, it's your systems. So your funnels, your CRM, your marketing systems, exactly how you want it. And you hire who you want. Again, this is an agent focused brokerage. It's an agent, not like a lot of these other brokerages where they want you to push the name, push the name, push the name. No, Real is pushing you, not the name. Okay. Now let's go to the sixth question. The sixth question is, what kind of agents thrive here? And this is what you want to know. This is one of the most important questions. What type of agent thrives at Real? Real rewards entrepreneurs, not employees. Okay. So Real's not for everybody, guys. I know some people, oh, we'll take everybody, so on and so forth. No, not Real. Real is not for everybody. This is not a brokerage that will hold your hand daily, okay, or tell you what to do. Hey, you got to do this and you got to do that. Now, we will train, okay? Holding hands and training is two different things. You will get as much training as you need. But if you want to be an employee, Real is probably not the place for you, okay? It's agents who want freedom, okay, and are willing to own their business. If you're willing to own your business, then Real is for you. So let's talk about agents that thrive and agents that struggle, okay? Agents that thrive at Real are self motivated, okay? You don't have to tell them when to make calls or when to make appointments. Agents that thrive at Real also love brand building. So they want something bigger, not just deals, not just buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. No, they want a business. People, agents that thrive at Real are team leaders. Okay, team leaders that like to recruit, like to train, like to scale. And I like this particular subject. Why? Because I really feel like the old system is dying. The old system of the team at a traditional brokerage is dying. And let me tell you my way of thinking. Okay. So if you're at a traditional brokerage and you're like, okay, I want to build a team, because of the structure, what happens is that I think agents, you have chiefs and you have Indians. Okay. Now, if you're a team leader, on your team, you're going to have chiefs and you're going to have Indians, because how's a team structure usually at a traditional brokerage? You have the team lead. There's usually a split between the broker and the agent or the team lead, or they mask it and say it's a transaction fee. So split or transactional fee, tomato, tomato. Okay. And then what happens is that the person is on the team, there's another split that gets paid to the team leader. Okay. This is why I feel like this is a dying model. The reason I feel like this is a dying model, because if you're a team lead, you have chiefs and you have Indians. Okay. Now, what happens a lot of times is if you get a chief on your team, when they get to a certain status or they get to a certain level, they're going to want to be a team leader also. And then usually you don't have a team lead on another team lead on another team lead on another team. No, he go and he makes his own team. Okay. So you'll train this person under the old model. You'll train this person. And then when they get to a certain level, they're going to want to have their own team. Okay. I was at a meeting with a guy that I know, a good friend, and we were eating, and he said, "Man, I always saw you a part of my team." I'm going to be truthful. I really took that as an insult. I took that as an insult. I'm like, me a part of your team? Man, get out of here. But but no, he probably wasn't saying it like that. Okay. But I'm just saying it like that because I'm a chief. So I don't see myself on nobody's team. Okay. So going with the traditional model, if you have a team lead, if you have people on your team, when you have a chief, at some point in time, he's going to leave and get his own team. And then what do you have? Indians. Well, Indians don't do any business. So you want people on your team that are doing business. Okay. So the chief is going to use your resources and then go make his own team. And then what are you going to have? You're going to have a team of Indians. You don't want that. Okay. At Real, we're partners. So it's not really there are team leads, there are team structures, okay, like that, but it's different. And but that's not for this particular video. Just know that the team is more of a partnership than a team lead and I'm on a person's team type of situation. But again, that's for another video. So going back to those who thrive at Real, people who are tech comfortable. So whether you know about technology or you don't, at Real, you have classes, you have training to get you up to par. And the tech that you use are going to keep you on par with the latest trends in the industry. The latest trends in the industry in reference to technology. So, people who can adapt to new tools and leverage automation, making your job easier. And also, people, and this is very important, people who thrive at Real are those who are equity minded, meaning what? That you want ownership. You want ownership through stocks and revenue sharing. Okay. Go ask Remax to give you stocks. Go ask some of these other, and I'm not saying anything about Remax. That was just the first one that came to my mind. But these other companies who don't give you stock options. Okay. Go ask them for stocks in the company. You'll get laughed out. No, what happens is a lot of brokerages out there through the traditional model, you're paying a desk fee or a technology fee or whatever name of the month that they put on this rent that you're paying. In essence, you're paying rent to be there. Okay. At Real, the agents that thrive are the ones who want ownership, okay, through stock, through revenue sharing also. Now let's go over the agents who don't thrive, okay? The one who needs hand holding. They need hand holding. And again, training and hand holding are two different things. Hand holding is you need people to check on you daily. You need constant guidance. Hey, pick up the phone, call somebody. How many reaches have you been? So on and so forth. Okay. Those who they depend on office traction or office lead generation. So somebody who they're not skilled in getting business, but they're waiting for business to come into them, which is majority of agents out there. Okay. So those are people who don't thrive at Real, just to sit and just wait for people to come in. No, at Real, we teach you how to get business. We teach you how to get business. And you know, anybody that's doing well in this business, they what? They're proactive in getting leads versus sitting and waiting for leads to come to them. Also, people who don't do well at Real are those who want someone else. okay, to set their daily schedule. You got to set your daily schedule. You're in control of your schedule. Okay, setting somebody's daily schedule is an employee. We're not looking for employees. We're looking for bosses. Hence, boss network. Also, people who don't do good at real are those who refuse to learn new systems, or they just want to do it the old way that they've been doing it for 20 or 25 years. No, there are much easier ways of doing a lot of the tasks that take up a lot of time. That's called what? That's called efficiency. That's what that's called. That's called efficiency. And also, agents that don't do good at real are those who have an employee mindset. Okay, ones that have an employee mindset, they want a salary and they want benefits. They're just not an entrepreneur. Okay, I'll just say it very, very easily. All right. So, question number 7: what does real offer besides high splits and a low cap? Okay. Listen, guys, this is where real separates itself from every other brokerage. This is where real separates itself. The commission structure is competitive, but the real leverage comes from ownership and passive income streams that are built over time. Real is made for bosses. Real is made for bosses. So, number one you have is revenue sharing. Okay. Revenue sharing is where, remember, I told you about the splits 85-15. Well, in most companies, what do they do with that 15%? They take it and they'll put it back into the company. What Real does is they take some of that money and they give it back to the agent. They give it back to the agent. This is called revenue share. Because when people first think about this, they think, oh, a pyramid scheme and MLM and blah, blah, blah. No, that's not the case, because with an MLM, you make money off of the person who's under you. Okay. In an MLM, the person under you has to buy a product in order for you to get paid. This is different than revenue sharing. Revenue sharing, which is genius, is that the company, the brokerage that you're partnering with, because remember, a broker is a partner, they're not an employer. We're 1099s, they are a partner. So your partner is saying, hey, if you help us grow, the revenue that you were going to give me anyway, I'm going to share some of it back with you. And the thing is, but here's the thing, you don't have to do that. If Real cut this part of it out, it would be phenomenal. It would be phenomenal. But it does have this section of the business. And this is for people who want to be business owners, because now you're trading your time for other people's time. And if you know anything about the cash quadrant, that puts you in the business owner section. For the other brokerages out there, you're just self-employed. I hate to tell you, but you're just self-employed. Now, there are some people out there, because at every brokerage, and I'm not broker shaming, I'm not broker shaming at all, but at every brokerage, there are people who are killing it. There are people who are absolutely killing it. But what I do have to say is that they do not have this section of their business where they're able to get passive income from doing something that they're already going to do. If somebody calls you, hey, Khalid, I see that you're doing your thing. I see you on social media. I just got my broker license. Where should I go? What am I going to do naturally? I'm going to naturally tell them to come to the brokerage that I'm with. Well, from that, you can set up yourself to where you have a whole passive income from this. And I can show you, okay, how in 5 years, where you could potentially be making over $100,000 before you sell a house, before you help somebody sell a house or you help somebody buy a house, okay, through revenue sharing. So that's number one. And then also number two is stock rewards, okay? You can earn stock through capping, bonus, bonus, by hitting the elite agent status, bonus, bonus, or by attracting other agents, bonus, or a purchase plan, a stock option plan. We have all this. We have all this. That means that we're owners. You're going to become an owner. You join Real, you will become an owner of your business. not just paying a desk fee and renting your business. Okay. So at Real, you're not just an agent, you're an owner. That speaks volumes of your business. It has to. Okay. Also, is mentorship income. If you do want to mentor other agents, you negotiate how much you charge them. Okay. It's not already fixed by the brokerage like some other companies that I've been with. No, you set if you want to train somebody personally, how much is it worth to you and them? You set that up by yourself. You're the owner. Okay. Real also has a mortgage company, also has a title company. Okay. And with this revenue sharing plan that I spoke about, you can use this as retirement. You can use this as an income because that revenue share income still comes in after you retire, after you stop selling homes. After you stop helping people buy and sell homes, this is in essence a 401k for you. And then also that revenue share is willable. So you can will that to your children or to your heirs. Okay. And the last question is why choose real over staying independent? So the honest question every producing agent or most producing agent asks is why not just go independent? Okay, why not just have my own brokers? I was just talking to a agent last night. They were saying, "Oh well, I'm working on my broker's license so I can get my own brokerage." Okay, so why not go independent and just keep everything? Well, here's the truth: real, real gives you the independent broker freedom without the independent broker risk. How is that? Number one, you get your freedom. You run your business the exact way that you want to run it from the branding, from the systems, from the team structure. There are no corporate mandates. So you run your business like you want to run it. This is number one. But you run it without the risk, without the risk. So you don't have to deal with the compliance. You don't have to deal with the E&O insurance. You don't have to deal with the legal protection. You're not exposed if something goes wrong. If something goes wrong, you're not exposed. You're protected. Also, the enterprise technology. Real has the best technology in the industry. So these tools, if you wanted to do it by yourself, this will cost an independent brokerage thousands of dollars a month. Thousands of dollars. If you wanted to redo what we have with the Rezen app, it will cost you thousands and thousands of dollars a month. You get it with Real with no extra charge. With no extra charge. Also, you have stock ownership. You can't buy stock in yourself as an independent. As an independent broker, you don't have no stock. At Real, you own equity in a publicly traded company. Okay. Also, you have revenue share and mentor income that will scale your personal production. Okay. Independent brokers are capped by their own hours. Independent brokers are capped. How long can you work? You only have 24 hours in a day. Now, yes, you can say, well, I can hire people underneath me or I can get agents underneath me. You can do the same thing with Real through revenue share and mentor. You can do the same thing without the risk, without the risk. And guess what? With Real, zero office overhead. So if you have your own independent brokerage, you got rent, you got staff salaries, you got furniture, you got utilities. Okay. Your entire profit margin is what smashed by this stuff. So, in order, just you got these fixed costs that you have to get over to make some type of profit. With Real, you don't have any of those costs, none of those costs. So, Real lets you run an independent business inside a scalable platform. You get the upside without the downside. Makes all the sense in the world, right? Listen, here's the truth. Here's the truth about Real. Real is not for everyone, okay? Real is not for everyone, but it's for the serious producing agents, the math, the leverage, and exit freedom are hard to beat, man. It's just very, very hard to beat. You get transparency in costs, you get ownership through stocks, you get passive income that scales beyond your personal production. You get enterprise tools without enterprise costs. And you keep your brand, you keep your system, you keep your independence. That's why you became an independent broker for some of you. It's because you wanted your independence. You keep that. You keep that. And if you're an agent who's an entrepreneur who wants to build something bigger than just the hamster wheel of buying and selling, helping people buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. Real gives you that platform. So hey guys, what I'm inviting you to, if you're ready to see if Real is right for you, please book a no pressure conversation, and let's talk about your goals. Let's talk about the numbers and see if this model makes sense from where you are to where you want to be. You can call me at 267-930-1249, or what you can do is go to www.sellwithkhalid. This is my name right here. So sellwithkhalid.com, and then you can go in there. It says Zoom appointment. Hit Zoom appointment and set a Zoom appointment, and I'll go through everything, guys. This is Khalid Nathan Aleem, the real estate boy. I'll see you on my next video.